New leads about my great-grandfather keep going quiet. He's the one who built the house I now live in, the first Alry in America. And while when I started investigating, I was discovering new things all the time, recently everyone I've come across that seems to have information backs out or goes quiet completely. At first I believed this related to some of the darker things he dealt with, some of the things I've had to personally back off of. However, recent events have caused me to consider other possibilities. I've made it clear to Alexandra's associates, and I guess her herself, that I'm not thrilled about the way things have been going. I don't know if they're testing me or it's something like training wheels to keep me from things that are too big, or maybe something much less optimistic. Leopold is the closest Alry to me in every way, having passed just 2 years before I was born. Building the very house I live in right now, where I discovered the things that started me on this whole crazy adventure. I even believe that I'm haunted by him. But some force, earthly or otherwise, keeps me from learning too much more. Meanwhile, elements tied more directly to his father, and his ally that still lives, snatch up more and more of my time. So just to give you guys some more specifics on what I'm talking about when I say that Leopold leads are backing out or going quiet. At least 3 people in the last few months. One was an old professor that I guess had been working in the area for decades and had information about some of the things, you can call them missions, that my great-grandfather went on, the things that he took out. I had another person that claimed to be, this was an elderly woman, claimed to be a child that my great-grandfather went to her home and helped their family deal with something like a haunting or a poltergeist. And then the last person that recently just disappeared on me and has not gotten back to me was actually something like a 3rd-generation paranormal investigator. Now, not the same thing as what, I sometimes refer to as a hunter or whatever it is that my ancestors did. Something more akin to something like ghost hunters or, an actual investigator that goes in with cameras, maybe different thermometer detectors, the things that, people try to scientifically investigate paranormal activity. These 3 people, I had been talking to them for differing lengths of time, some sporadically over months, some as recently as just a few weeks. I'm constantly chasing down new leads about this, but this is not the first time it's happened. It's just been very clumped together, in very quick succession, so it has me suspicious. And as you know, if you've been following my videos, there was a time where I worried that it might have to do with some of the darker elements of what my great-grandfather dealt with, what his ancestors before him dealt with. But more recently, I wonder if it's not actually what could essentially be considered the descendants of their allies, or their ally herself in Alexandra. They're clearly keeping me from certain things. I don't know how dramatically they're involved in my life. I've been talking to them a little bit more. I'm going to post a video about that. But I really want to be careful with what I say and specific and not be misconstrued in any way. So look forward to that. I've also mentioned being very close to acquiring an important artifact. It's an item. I don't want to give any more specifics away, but I expect to get the message any day now that I can. You can think of me as going through a broker. That's not exactly what it is, but you can think of it that way. And it really should be any day now. Okay, I had told you guys that I was close to getting my hands on something pretty interesting, pretty big, and I just got the message with a location to go and retrieve it. I have no idea where this place is. It's not super close. I'm going to record some parts of this journey, and I might have something very big at the end of it, so here we go. Okay, I'm heading out. It's not going to be light for too much longer. I don't really know where I'm going. I mentioned before that I was getting some kind of artifact, some item through what you could call a broker, and he just messaged me with a location. That's how this is going down. If you know the people that I'm dealing with, this should not be too much of a surprise. This could be the biggest thing or one of the biggest things I've gotten yet. Okay, I am just coming up to the place now. I was told that I would find the place and I would know where to go. It looks like apparently it's some kind of conservation center somewhere in the middle of the wilderness. This is certainly not the kind of place that you want to go alone and meet a stranger, but if what I'm thinking is here, I kinda don't have a choice. This is not something I can just pass up on. There's just this one path up here, it looks like, so I guess I know where it is I'm supposed to go. Wish me luck. It's getting pretty dark, but they'd have known how long it would take me to get here. I left basically right after I got their message about them being ready. Okay. There's somebody here. Are you the guy I'm supposed to meet out here?
What's your name?
Alex Calvo?
Show me your ID.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I won't show your face, but they said I could record.
Don't open that until you're inside your house.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I'm back in my car. It is pretty dark out now. I'm still in the parking lot of this preserve area. He told me not to open this until I get home. Some of you can probably guess what this is. Similar to the other album, the Alry family bestiary that I already have. This smaller but better kept album belonged to Harold Alry Jr., my great-great-grandfather, the family's great expert in vampires, and the one that worked closest with the vampire Alexandra. I'll need to get a few more answers before I can go into it deeply, but I will be showing it very, very soon.
I have retrieved another album, similar in nature to the Alry family bestiary, which showed the things once held in St. George's Keep. This particular album was put together by Harold Alry Jr., the family's greatest expert on vampires. It reveals much, starting with a mysterious location marked as Maryland Asylum, seemingly a location where the creatures were studied. The album also reveals the second Harold Alry's adversaries, vampires of startlingly different appearance, demeanor, and supernatural ability. I will give here a quick preview of some of these fiendish entities. To see in more detail, join my live streams or stay tuned to my channels. Among the new information are much stranger, unique vampiric beings, as well as some of the most beautiful specimens I've ever seen. It even shows an elder, possibly a haunter, the people of the day believed was a demon. I was able to procure this album, again through my ancestor's ally, Alexandra, the vampire that hunts her own kind. I'll be on live and posting new videos often.